Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, no longer playing as Venice, but rather forming mighty Italy. So we are going to try and do a revolutionary empire. Or revolutionary republic. I've never tried it before. I need to get stability of less than 0. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to find a country, say Austria, or somebody more pitiful. Royal marriage, break marriage, royal marriage, break marriage, royal marriage, break marriage. That's pretty much the plan, because that loses us stability, and overall we'll slowly push us in that direction. That is actually a really good heir, so we'll take him, even though he's got low legitimacy. He's going to die anyway in this revolution. And then we will break that. And then we will royal marriage somebody else and break that again. We need to do that again once more to get below 1 stability. And then that should start a revolution. And once I start doing that, I will go over the requirements to getting a revolutionary empire or republic, just so people are aware of them. Because it's not really explicitly stated anywhere in the game. This game's tutorials are not the best. Great game, bad tutorials. Well, I've had worse, actually, in all honesty. I've seen worse. That is aspiration for liberty. We do not want aspiration for liberty, we want revolution. There we go. So, how do we make that go faster than those? So let's go look up the requirements for EU4 Revolutionary Republic. Or Revolutionary Empire, rather. So in order to get it, we need to, well, actually to get Revolutionary Empire, I'll have to get rid of my Republic. So, if we have war exhaustion, prestige, or loans, or have high absolutism, that will start it. So, how are we going to do that? We could get into a war. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, we need to get either 5 war exhaustion or have 25 loans. Or at least 10 loans. We have enough money, we could probably do the loan mechanic of it. I mean, that's going to be reckless, of course. We've got enough prestige, we're safe there. The one things I do not want to do is trigger internal conflicts and other stuff as well. So this is going up at 2 a month, so somehow we have to get revolution higher. Or actually, if we can get unrest lower than 1, that will stop that. So let's re-roll you. And then we'll figure out how we want to do this. Stability of 3, stability of 3. Actually, let's just restabilize things. That will stop internal conflicts. Aspiration for liberty is not a problem. Okay. Revolution is, though we got to do. So 10 loans, I think. That'll at least get a start. There we go. Now we should have a ticking amount there. Okay. We need higher war exhaustion. So if I attack Fazan, I'm thinking of attacking this area here because it's vulnerable. Let's wait till we get these cored, that way I don't have to deal with it. Then we'll attack Fazan or Tlemcen, one or the other. And we'll take out the other and then let the war exhaustion tick up. And that should hopefully increase our odds of liberty. As it is, it'll fire in 17 years, but we want to get that higher. But I don't know if getting 25 loans would speed it up, but I don't know if it's safe, really. 10 loans did increase, obviously, the interest penalty rather high. We're also still converting this area, so less wars we have to go through in the meantime, the better. And probably once we form into a revolutionary empire, we'll go after the Ottomans. I could go after them now. They're weak. Do I want to have to go after the Ottomans? Do you know what? Let's go after the Ottomans. I'm not usually this reckless, but the Ottomans are kind of weak. So let's do that. We'll have one massive army on their border. Oh, we don't actually have military access through Austria. We can ally ourselves to Austria, though. But rather, let's attack these guys, and we will do imperialism. We'll call in Britain, and we'll call in Spain. And we'll see how this all works out. The Ottomans have less troops than we do, which is kind of funny. Hopefully that stays that way. And hopefully Austria will give us military access, or somehow military access will be gained. That is not what we want to have happen. You know, I should split this army up. They're just going to suffer way too much attrition. We'll just have to be a little bit more careful with them than usual. And we should still, yeah, have a very powerful military. Oh, this guy just died. That's unfortunate. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Take the fort, take the fort, take the fort. That way I can put a general in charge of you and you won't get killed immediately. We have a government reform. I'll do curtail noble privileges, even though the nobles aren't really a force in our government right now, because I don't have any land in estates yet. There's no point in really assigning them to the estates if I'm going to switch governments again, so that's kind of why I'm avoiding it. They are causing trouble for me with their navy, aren't they? There we go. Okay, we should have military access through here, yeah. About time. And then we'll put a general in charge of this army as well. Race you over as well. That army is working hard. Hopefully our navy will win this. They have an admiral, we don't have an admiral, which is a problem. We're still gonna win though. We have just too many galleys for them to compete with. Lock them in there. And might as well send my troops. No, we don't want to go that distance. We'll let Spain handle a lot of some of the occupation. Hopefully Great Britain sends troops. We should still win regardless. Italy's troops are very powerful. There can be no doubt how strong Italy really is. I'm going to boost stability. I don't think that will cause trouble. Whoops, I didn't mean to reduce stuff there. Quick barrages on these, otherwise they'll take forever to fall. Since we control the strait, they can't get back into Europe, so all the Ottomans' armies are stuck wherever they are in the world. And Spain is sending troops. Unfortunately, Portugal is not willing to join the war. They're fighting a different war with some of the same people, which is funny. You know what? I'm going to send it across. Let's split this up. Start carpet sieging the region. Hopefully Spain will do their part in occupying some lands. Did the Ottomans take offensive? Oh, they took guerrilla warfare. Okay, so I'm going to suffer some painful attrition. The Ottomans' capital is, okay, up there. Just curious as to where they were hiding their military. Mosul fell. We're going to try and take a lot of land here if we can. And hopefully we can get our war exhaustion up a bit to 5, so that that ticks up a bit faster in the meantime. We don't want to go bankrupt or have any of the other disasters that can occur to fire, but the war exhaustion wouldn't be bad. You catch him? Yeah, you're going to catch him. Nice. The only other way to do it would be get prestige below 0, which, if you look at what we have, would be literally impossible. I don't think you could get below prestige without some serious work at it. There we go. Okay, Spain is out of another war, which is fine because they're still in our war. This tells you how weak the Ottomans are once they lose some of the central areas. Once they lose the middle of their empire, they just can't afford good units, really. That's really what it comes down to. They just can't afford a military. Even as much as the AI cheats, they can't really do much. Portugal will now join our war. There we go. Which is exactly what we want to have happen. And then we're going to attack the Ottomans. This will be the first test here of our actual military force in a full battle versus them. So our morale is slightly lower than it should be. Can we boost that higher? We can. 6.9. We have less discipline, but our actual troops have combat ability, which theirs do not, I believe. Yes, they do not have infantry combat ability, which is why we won that so quickly. Occupation is going well. Obviously, it's going to be slow until I actually cross over and take their capital. But that's just the way it's going to go. We'll actually march that way. I can't get there yet. Okay. If you look on the map here of all the blue controlled by Portugal and Spain, they've got quite the naval adventure going on around the world. Okay, those across there. We're sieging those forts, which is good. Persia has now entered this war, which was going to make it a lot easier for us. Sadly, our war exhaustion is going up very slowly because we don't actually have really any problems with war exhaustion. Thanks to Defender of the Faith, it balances it all out for us. We'll take that. That might have been why my heavy ships died so quickly, as they weren't upgraded fully. We've won the siege of Ankara. Nice. Modern day Turkey's capital. Persia did a dumb fight. Yeah, Persia got in a little bit over their head there. I'm actually going to barrage that. We're just occupying things really fast right now, because the Ottomans, dumbly, don't really upgrade forts, which seems like a major flaw in their programming, but maybe historically they never really did. Okay. we're going to lose Mosul, which I'm fine with. So long as we have a net gain of forts. Obviously, I can't pick a fight with them properly unless I do it really carefully. The Ottomans are still very dangerous. We do outnumber them heavily, but again, every fight versus the Ottomans is a risky war. I'd much rather be trying to take level 2 forts in the drylands than take level 6 forts in the mountains. We're going to take their capital soon, which will give us a much higher ticking war score. Our navy still controls this strait, which is exactly what we want to have happen. I'm actually going to have to send one of you back here to occupy that fort, aren't I? And apparently the Ottomans are going to counter Carpet Siege as well. Ugh. Really? Whatever. Lost Defender of the Faith somehow. Not entirely sure how, but that's the way it goes. Okay, we've taken that good fort, so we're going to march back here and start sieging the bad forts again. Oh, got industrialization events. Cool. Increased the free development, essentially. 92% chance of taking their capital. We still haven't taken it. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, you can do this. It's not rocket science. There we go. 31. Red war score. Ideally, we want to take this. That wouldn't be bad. We do have, obviously, we would get a little bit overextended. Still really want to spend more military points strengthening government, though, so it might go down. Tiny bit. 14. We'll see. We may go overextended. Clearly, we're having some trouble getting high enough war exhaustion, though. Not enough attrition. Yeah, who thought I'd say not enough attrition? I suppose I could make one giant stack and just have it stand around in the Ottomans' provinces for the rest of the game, but doesn't really seem worth it. Honestly, at this point it'd be more useful to take a couple more loans, wouldn't it? We'll say we need more money. See if the AI was dumb enough to send me money. General died up there. Okay. And then we'll add a general. Go. Very good. I'm actually going to take more loans, I guess. We have 10. What's the next one? 25 or something? Number of loans less than 25. So I've got to take 15 more loans. Ugh. There we go. Loans are 25. There we go, and we'll reduce inflation a bit. So if I don't spend the money, I should, by and large, be able to pay it back. By and large. This is going to be an interesting fight here. Superior morale certainly helps. Looks like, despite being outnumbered, Infantry combat, superior morale was enough to win the day. As it should be, as it should be. That's why I do a lot of morale builds. Strong discipline, of course, but they don't have high enough. High discipline would devastate us, but if you don't have high enough discipline, morale will overrun you. Plus Spain is occupying land for me. Can I peace out any of you guys? Mahra is well overrun. Okay, they will leave the war. Sind will still not leave the war, because I don't actually have any war score versus them, but they're less of an issue. That fort has fallen. Good, 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 good. Once we retake this, I'll go hunt more Ottoman armies. We're not losing a lot of manpower, which is also really nice. Except for the fact the whole point of this war was to get war exhaustion. 7 years, and then we'll have a revolution. And the key for me will be to not kill the revolutionary army in my capital. Ideally, I should actually get rid of the fort in my... Well, I have a level 2 fort in Rome. I'll keep the level 2 fort in Rome, I guess. Rebels should overrun that fort rather quickly anyhow. And then we kind of wait here and get monarch points. And hopefully save enough money that I can actually repay these loans. The interest is huge. Of course, we also can fire advisors if need be. And the advisors are eating up a lot of our income. 60 gold a month or something? 64. They are expensive. Unfortunately, they're also giving us insane amounts of monarch points. There we go. Another fight with the Ottomans. Hopefully another easy victory. We'll see. Regardless, lots of occupation of Ottoman lands. Another fort fell. 60% war score versus the Ottomans. Slow progress. Actually, since we control both sides of this strait, I don't actually need to leave this fleet in the ocean anymore. Don't want to risk losing any. I guess I will upgrade the fleet a little bit to a 3-deckers, apparently. Because that's a thing. And so far so good, I guess. This is a pretty easy war. Ottomans without a military are just pretty much free land for the taking. Especially if they're incompetent to keep fighting me in battles I'm gonna win. I'm impressed by this fort here. It's taking forever to take. Mountains, luck, and a fort advisor. Yeah. Oh, more free development due to industrialization. I like the industrialization events now that I've played more of the game because they actually give development to regions that got huge development during the Industrial Revolution periods. Makes a good amount of sense. Of course, it doesn't help if it also depletes my development of my regions. I could upgrade Rome to be 50 development capital, but I don't think we really need it because we've already got a good amount of the achievements. Although we no longer have a parliament, which has slowed our growth there. We are no longer a republic, although we will be one again shortly, once we execute our monarch, or however we do it. Having never done it, I'm unsure. Regardless, it should be rather fun. How are we doing with war exhaustion? It's so... we're not going to get it from war exhaustion, are we? We both have too much prestige, too much everything. We're too strong to easily fall to our revolution. It's kind of sad. Level 3 missionary advisor, because we're going to be converting a lot of land once this war is over. Speaking of a war being over, let's PC you out. 81% now. Much better, much better. Game was telling me I needed, what, 100? Close to 100% war score for it. If I were to take that, it'd be a little too much overextension. So if we leave those two behind, actually they'd give that to us now. Kind of want to clean up some of these messy areas, but I think roughly that's all we can do. Slight overextension. Well, not so slight. It's going to be severe overextension. But we'll do that. We'll pretty much kick the Ottomans out of mainland Greece. Actually, completely out of Greece, except for the Aegean Islands that they control. The few they do. Move those two back, move you to there, move you to there, move you to there, and you to there. Okay. Lots of conversion to be done. I may delay coring for a little. Oh no, I should core something that'll get me below it. We'll do this. And we'll do that. And that should get me below 100% overextension. And the revolution is not going to speed up regardless of what I do. However, we are avoiding aspiration for liberty and everything else. So, positive notes, I guess. And then drill and drill. Oh, you're moving to the wrong location. Let's fire the worst of these guys. No leader, actually. No use losing monarch points when I don't have to. Put you to drill, move you off of each other, and then put you to drill. You'll notice we are not raising autonomy in the Ottoman provinces because I'm hoping to repress them to some degree. And that will be it for this episode. Next episode, we should see a revolutionary empire, hopefully. It should be only 6 years away. And then we'll really see how the revolutionary mechanics work. So thank you guys all for watching. Bye for now.